Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's devotion for July 7th. Today's devotion is titled Prayer Eggs, and the Bible reading is from Habakkuk, chapter 2, verses 1 to 3, or Habakkuk, however you want to pronounce it. I have to do the Bible reading from my actual Bible because the app is not working. So let's get into this. Chapter 2, verses 1 to 3. I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what he will say to me, and what answer I am to give to this complaint. Then the Lord replied, Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it will linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Just outside my kitchen window, a robin built her nest under the eaves of our patio roof. I loved watching her tuck grasses into a safe spot and then hunker down to incubate the eggs. Each morning I checked her progress, but each morning there was nothing. Robin eggs take 2 weeks to hatch. Such impatience isn't new for me. I've always strained against the work of waiting, especially in prayer. My husband and I waited nearly 5 years to adopt our first child. Decades ago, author Catherine Marshall wrote, "Prayers, like eggs, don't hatch as soon as we lay them." The prophet Habakkuk wrestled with waiting in prayer. Frustrated at God's silence with Babylon's brutal mistreatment of the southern kingdom of Judah, Habakkuk commits to stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts to look to see what he will say to me. God replies that Habakkuk is to wait for the appointed time and directs Habakkuk to write down the revelation, so the word can be spread as soon as it's given. What God doesn't mention is that the appointed time when Babylon falls is 6 decades away, creating a long gap between promise and fulfillment. Like eggs, prayers often don't hatch immediately, but rather incubate in God's overarching purposes for our world and our lives. How difficult do you find it to wait while God works? While you wait, how can you obey God in what He has already given you to do? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.